Hey, how's it going, everyone? We're back with another episode of the FireStorm podcast, and as we're recording right now, in
I
America,
found it.
you found it? In America,
It's literally just hit 12 a.m.
Just 12 a.m. right now in America, and Nate Wants to Battle's new album, What You Want, is being dropped. Now, we're not going to be releasing this episode for a few weeks.
It's falling from the sky right now. It's dropping onto my face as we speak.
On your fucking face.
Literally.
We won't be releasing this for another week or until next week because we got the Ninja Sex Party, The Prophecy review coming out this week, but you'll see this very soon. Now, we are here to bring you this wonderful album that Nate has dropped for us because he's heard all the criticism, he's heard everyone just demanding the music based on stuff that they want, and he's decided
based on the horror games.
Yep, he saw all the horror games and he's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna make what you want. And we have got all the songs here on Spotify.
Yep.
We're going to be reviewing the album. We now know what games certain songs are inspired by. So
we know what each song is inspired by, and both of us have only we've been diligently staying away from all of the songs he's been releasing on his YouTube channel because he's released every song. I think every song. Did he release the last song recently?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, well, we've been staying away from them. The only actual song we've heard is Stay the Course because he released it before he announced this album.
Yes.
So we haven't heard any of the songs other than that one yet, but we're going to be listening to it anyway, just like we usually do, just so you can hear the whole album. But yeah, we know what all of the songs are based on, so hopefully we can relate some of those lyrics to the source material.
Yes.
So that'll be fun. I have no idea what to expect from this because this is Nate's 10,000th album. I have no clue what I should be expecting from this musically, so I'm very curious to hear what goes on here.
It's in a weird middle ground of not being covers, but still being known still being what he's known for, which is songs inspired by games and whatnot. But they're all completely new as well. So it's a very odd placement and a very unique original album. So I'm very excited to hear it. If you want to listen along, the whole purpose of our review is that you listen along with us. So hop on Spotify, hop on YouTube. If you've bought it on iTunes or if you bought the CD and you've got it already, listen along with us. Hear our reviews. We cannot play the songs because of copyright reasons, and if the highlight reel that would be out by now, the highlight reel for episodes 21 to 40, is anything to go by, we immediately got copyright striked. Well, not striked, but a copyright claim because some of our reviews on Twitter included the songs. So, yes, listen along with us, and I think let's not waste any more time. The anticipation is fucking killing me.
Fair enough.
Go.
It's been out for you for a lot longer than it's been out for me. It's only been out for 3 minutes for me.
It's been out for 14 and a half hours for me, so I'm fucking ready to go.
All right, so we're going to be listening to the first two songs in a row because the first one is only an introduction, so we're not really going to be criticizing it or anything. That's not really on the list. So we're going to be transitioning immediately from track 1, Introduction, into track 2, Stay the Course, featuring Charles Green V, or CG5. And that one is based on Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, of course.
Yes.
So yeah, let's just go ahead and get this thing started.
Let's fucking go.
All right, so we're gonna play track 1 and 2, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. I guess this is the guy coming down to sit in this chair, as you see on the album art. I'm guessing that's what this is.
That would make sense. Well, there is a video for this, but yeah.
Okay, that would, yeah. Oh.
So references to previous songs. make me obsolete.
Man, what a good song.
Oh, that was the Doki Doki song.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's creepy. Yeah, that does sound exactly like the intro to Stay the Course.
That's why I'm so happy about this.
Yeah.
This song is so fucking good.
I actually think this is one of Nate's best, or at least catchiest riffs he's ever written for guitar. It's very like, it makes me want to dance.
In a way.
I mean,
I could easily sing along with this, but I'm gonna hold myself back.
yeah, don't. I'm trying. I'm holding myself back too.
I will. I will focus on your voice, Nate, and only you. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. CG5's coming up now. This is a very catchy riff, though. You are right. This is so good.
Yeah, okay. I'm just putting my thoughts together on this. What were you gonna say?
I was going to ask what you think of CG5, but we'll cover that after.
Oh, actually, I'll talk about it more after, but I think he works really well in this song.
I love the mangled reference here. It's very good.
Yeah. I wouldn't call it a reference. I think it's more like a literally just exactly
callback.
mangled.
Callback.
It's literally just mangled, but in this song.
I'm back.
This is a little different, but it's mostly the same. Although, yeah, that contributes to my thoughts. I'm going to have to speak after this ends, because otherwise I'm just going to forget it all, because I'm stupid. Oh. Okay, before I lose all of my thoughts, so Stay the Course. I'll admit, when this first came out, I didn't think this was gonna be my jam. It is now, to clarify. It is it is a jam now. But at first when I was like, it's fine. I didn't quite like the way it went from that really genty, fast riff at the beginning into the light chorus with some very ambient instrumentation. It didn't quite work for me at first, but I got a lot more into it. I think the transition works a lot well than I gave it credit for when I first heard it. It does work, and the light vocals complement the instrumentation of the verses really well. And even the fast vocals, a lot of the vocals in that song have elements of more modern, almost hip hop, I guess. What's the lyrics I can show you what I'm hiding, that. Yeah. The way they that sounds like hip hop. And it didn't quite work for me at first, but and the chorus, I'll say, I thought that was going to be the pre-chorus, the father of children without a home. I really like that line, by the way. Father of children without a home, creator of vessels without a soul. Very good reference to Purple Guy. or William Afton, as far as the lore goes, for Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably by far the best line in the song. But the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, this song is cool. And now that I've heard it in the context of the album, not that there was a whole lot of context, but I mean, as the first real song in this album, I think it works even better than I thought already. Because one of my problems with this song at the beginning was that, and it still kind of is a problem, but it's not really a problem. It's more like, I don't know, me whining, I guess. But it's like, the first and second verses are almost identical. They're just, and the lyrics are very similar, just told from the opposite perspective. While the first one is told from the perspective of Glitchtrap, who's trying to take over the player's body. The second one is told from the player's perspective, who is being hypnotized by Glitchtrap. And the lyrics are almost exactly the same, just told from the different perspectives. But I think that simplicity works to this song's credit in the context of the album, because the first song, you don't really want to be like completely overwhelmed by the first song. The first song should just be a nice intro into the rest of the album, and that's exactly what this was. And the callback to Mangled at the end actually kind of works into this idea of like, is this what you want? Because Mangled was the first song that got Nate really popular. So this works even better than I thought, as like in the context of the album. So this is a great song, and I was going to talk about CG5. I usually am not a fan. I love his vocals, don't get me wrong, but I don't think he works in rock music. I don't think his voice is suited for rock music at all. But actually, because this song was more like focused on the light vocals, Nate knew exactly what he was doing when he featured CG5 in this song, because it almost feels like he decided he wanted to collab with CG5 and then made this song with that in mind, because the vocal style works perfectly for him. Even though it's a rock song, he fits into this song beautifully. And the only reason I say I don't like him with rock music is like, I've heard him do a cover of like, you know, one of those butt rock songs from Sonic. He was a guest vocalist on Family Jewel's cover of What I'm Made Of. And it's fine, like his vocals are fine, but they're like, they don't really work for the style of music that is. Like, it'd almost be like putting like Rihanna on a metal track, you know? It's that same kind of idea. It like would not work.
Individually they're both good, but meshed together it doesn't really
right,
work
exactly. So yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, in this, Nate knew exactly what he was doing in composing this song for CG5, if that was the way it went, and I think it is awesome. So the simplicity of it just works to its benefit, in my opinion. So great song.
Yep. All right. I'll try and recall everything in my head to ramble on as well. I like the introduction and how it blends into Stay the Course, as well as like the references to the older songs and like Delete Me and Obsolete and whatnot, and then like how they blended in the same like sounds at the start of Stay the Course at the end of the introduction to actually make it blend properly. They did change. I noticed something. I have watched the introduction video. They did change. Like Nate changed something for the introduction song itself. There's like a lot less talking at the end of it, which is interesting. But regardless, blends in well. A contrast to you, where you started off unsure about the State of Course when it first released, I couldn't stop listening to it. When it first dropped, it was one of those songs where it was very well done, very smooth, but also very simple in a sense that I could just listen to it on repeat non-stop, because the way it like goes up and down with it starts off with a really intriguing riff that we jammed out to, and then goes down and up a bit more and down again, and then it hits the I'm back revamped, and it's like really stripped down. Like just the build and composition of the song itself I love. I just jammed out non-stop when it first came out, and still now, I cannot get enough of it. It's a very good song in my opinion, and I really like how, like in the past with a lot of Nate's Five Nights at Freddy's songs, like I think we covered most of this in the Ultimate Collection album review we did with Sotamachi. There was a lot of hit and misses for me. Like a lot of the songs I liked, and a lot of them I kind of didn't. But as of late, all of his latest ones, like Count the Teeth, Obsolete, and now Stay the Course, they've all been fantastic. Even with references, how many there actually are, and the compositions themselves, Nate is up to the point where he knows any FNAF song he makes is going to get a lot of attention. So he's got to put extra care into them, and he's done very, very well as of late. So I like the song a lot, and there is another FNAF song later on in this track list, which I'm going to be keeping a close eye on as well. In regards to CG5, I like him, but I didn't used to like him because, like, a couple of years back, he was one of those artists that I just stumbled across along with all the other online artists, and I checked out a few of his stuff, and I wasn't really interested, and I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. But as of late, he's been doing a lot more collaborations with other artists I'm aware of, and I'm hearing the different styles he's blending in with now, and how much better he's gotten with his vocals, and I'm thinking, you know, I reckon I might give him another chance. And like, he did a few covers with Halocene recently, and then he did this, and I was just like, you know, fuck it, yeah, no, I'm starting to vibe CG5. So yeah, starting to get into him a bit more as well. So yeah,
you know, he's like our age, right? He was born in April of '99.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, he's like our age. Unbelievable.
I feel like I'm wasting my life when you talk shit like that.
I know, right?
How fucking dare you be that good? Anyway,
Unbelievable.
There you go. So that's my thoughts on Stay the Course. Very good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, great stuff. Okay, so we're going to move on to track number 3.
Now,
you'll never believe what this one is based off of. It's called Hello Neighbor. 10 points to whoever can guess what this song is based off of.
I have no idea.
Did you guess? Sword Art Online? You're right. Okay, let's go.
Fuck yeah. Now,
what were you gonna say?
I just want to make this known. A few of these songs are based off of games that I am not familiar with, like Hello Neighbor, Hello Puppets, and Petscop. Those games I'm unfamiliar with. The other songs in these albums are, like, there's one on Doki Doki, and there's, I think, 2 on Bendy, and Bendy and the Ink Machine, sorry, and another one on FNAF. Those I am familiar with. We're starting to go into uncharted territory as well. The rest of the track list we have not heard. So, yeah, this is going to be
on the other hand, I don't have any first-hand experience with most of these, but aside from, like, Five Nights at Freddy's, of course, and Doki Doki, but I am familiar, at least as far as game theory videos are concerned. Game theory is about the extent of my knowledge on most of these, but I do know pretty much everything I think I'll need to know for the rest of these. So, yeah, hopefully that will be enough for me to connect to the lore. Hopefully, we'll see. I never really understood how people can make songs about Hello Neighbor, because I know there's some crazy shit going on in his house, but you know, we'll just see what's what in this song. So
I really want to be like, hey neighbor, ooh, it's just like,
I wanna know.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. All right, let's.
Oh my. Okay. Let's play this. Let's play this song. Let's play this song. Will you be my girl?
Track 3, Hello Neighbor.
Track 3. All right, let's play it. Who would have guessed? All right, we're playing in 3, 2, 1, go.
Very interesting.
Really? It's like a 1-6-7 progression over and over
No,
again.
this style of rock for this genre of game? That's what intrigues me.
I guess, yeah. Okay. I guess I see what this is. Because this is like punk rock.
I know.
Huh. I do. This is a different lyrical approach than I think Nate usually takes to his songs, which I like a lot. It's this one's a lot more just tell it like it is, which I appreciate. This is very State Champs-esque to me. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I I you I'll talk about this again after the song, but I'm totally right. I totally called this like a few months ago. Nice. I like the third chorus with alternate lyrics. What?
Goodbye,
The song's
neighbor.
called Hello Neighbor. Unbelievable. I was
Fucking
lied to.
Lies. Atrocious lies.
Yeah, so first off, before I forget, I was totally right. You remember like okay, Trent and I were talking about this a while ago. We were like I don't know if we were talking like over call or we were just like texting in the Discord chat, but I said that I bet some arbitrary amount of money that Nate just watched the game theory videos on all of these and was like, okay, now I can write a song. And from that, I feel like I am confident, like I feel confident enough to be like, yeah, that's, well, I mean, I'm not going to assume that's like, yeah, that's exactly what he did, but that's what it feels like because, I mean, obviously Hello Neighbor isn't exactly the deepest game in the world, but the first game theory that MatPat ever released on Hello Neighbor, maybe not the first one, but one of the first, was about how the neighbor had struck a deal with the devil, and there was some shit in the basement that related to Satan, and there were clues hidden all throughout the house, like, you know, some 666s and demon symbols or whatever, what have you. And that's kind of what it feels like. Obviously, this is told from the perspective of the neighbor who is hiding some crazy shit in his house. And the devil theory doesn't really hold true as much anymore as far as I understand, because that was back when it was still in like beta or whatever, because there was, you know, they released it was like a public in development game for a while, and it still might be, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that was one of the first theories that was ever like that MatPat did, was about how that there was some connection to the devil, and this seems pretty just self-explanatory. It's told from it's almost like exploring the point of view of the guy who is hiding shit. You know, like he's just like, hey, get the fuck out of my house. I don't have like even if you know I have secrets, they're not mine to share with you, and I wouldn't share them with you anyway because there's some fucking fucked up shit that you don't need to see. And it seems like some of it is told, but yeah, I mean that's weird because you assume Hello Neighbor is like told from the perspective of your player, not the song, but like the title of the game itself. Like Hello Neighbor is like your player who's just moved into their new house being like, oh, hi, creepy ass neighbor, you're fucking weird, I'm gonna break into your house. But it seems like this one is more like told from the opposite point of view, whereas it's the guy who's already been here saying hi to the guy who's moved in, who is the player in the game Hello Neighbor. So that seems kind of interesting. I didn't really pay quite enough attention to the lyrics. I was more drawn in by the fact that it was just like this punk rock song. Like it was good though. I really liked it. I said it reminded me of State Champs. I can't remember if I feel like Nate. I remember finding out State Champs from either Nate or Seth Rollins of all people. One of those two. But yeah, either way, State Champs, they're an awesome punk rock band, and that song kind of reminded me of their music. So that I don't know, maybe that's a ill-considered comparison, but that's what it reminded me of, at least on like just first listen like that. So, but yeah, I mean, I really liked it. Like, there's nothing, I don't really have much to complain about. I really like the emotion and the power that he put into some of those vocals. Like, you know, you could hear extra emphasis put on some of the words here and there. Really good stuff. And obviously Sean Christmas's mixing and mastering has just been improving for a while, and it still is, and you can hear it in the way these tracks are put together. So yeah, great song, nothing to complain about.
Now, from an outside perspective, as someone who hasn't seen any game theory or doesn't even know a lot about the game, I only know it's somewhat of a horror game. Like, I've seen a 2-second clip of the neighbor charging towards the camera.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to see, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's the whole game.
Like, I kind of understand and get the vibe that it's probably a horror game, and I think that's kind of what all these games are, in a sense. So, as an outside perspective, I was not expecting punk rock. I was not expecting that sort of vibe, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like, with someone who doesn't get any references, if there were references or anything like that, and just taking the song at face value and like blind, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the composition. You're right, the lyrical structure was a bit different, but it was still very good. And it was just a good vibe, and yeah, I would definitely listen to that again. It's not a bad song in any means. I probably need to watch some game theory videos on Hello Neighbor to get a little bit more context, but yeah, no, I'm really happy with that. That was pretty good. Yeah, I have a lot more to say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there is much more to say. Yeah, so next up is track 4 called All Endings, which is based on Hello Puppets, if I remember correctly. Hello Puppets is a fairly new horror game, and I do remember watching the game theory on it, though I'm not quite... I'm a little bit hazy on it. So hopefully this will remind me. What I do remember that you team up with this weird living, like, conscious puppet to try to escape from some kind of factory, and there's something weird that happens at the end, like maybe the puppet takes over your body or something. I'm not entirely sure, but something like that. Something along those lines. So I don't remember exactly what all the endings are, but there's some fucked up shit going on in there, like most horror games. So let's just listen to this. I'm curious how this is gonna go. All right, you ready?
Yeah, when I first saw the title All Endings, a part of me thought like of FNAF or something like that, or Doki Doki, because of the multiple endings. Like I kind of expected that, but no, I was oddly tricked. But All Endings, Hello Puppets, again, completely blind. Let's
Yeah, this is probably the one I know the least about. I pretty much know jack about Hello Puppets, so maybe the song will remind me. All right, ready? Playing track 4 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oops.
Good start.
Yeah, well, that's what I do. Wow.
Ooh.
Again, this is a musical style I wasn't expecting.
I know. This is cool, though. This sounds really cool. Ooh.
Oh, the piano. Yes, Daddy.
That brief piano.
Like the ambiance in the background as well.
It's so good. This kind of reminds me of one of his Legend of Zelda songs.
Songs of Time.
Maybe.
Good.
This is fucking awesome.
I'm pleasantly surprised by this. Ooh, that's a low note. Nate's 7-string is really not playing around here. Hmm. Huh.
This is an interesting end.
I mean, this ending makes sense to me, but I'm really expecting it to just drop out and there be a vibe for a few seconds.
The way the drums are fading between ear and ear, it's odd.
No, it works for the song, I think.
It works, but it's interesting.
Okay. I thought there was going to be a vibe at the end.
Yes, I agree. I thought there was going to be a vibe as well.
You go ahead. You go ahead
okay,
for this one.
Yeah. See, okay, that was fucking great. Okay, I feel like these first 3 songs, Stay the Course, Hello Neighbor, and All Endings, it starts off from the perspective of one character, and then after the chorus, for every one of these songs, it seems to switch perspectives to a different character, which is interesting. I loved the contrast between the really electric sounding guitars and then the fading in piano as well. Like that contrast and the ambiance worked so... I don't know how, but it worked so fucking good. It was like you expected nothing but awesome heavy electric guitar, and then it comes in with the faint piano, and you're kind of like... You're in this middle ground.
This is like a whole genre of music, you know. Like, this is a thing. This is part of like a hard rock fusion. Like, I know some bands that like specialize in that kind of sound.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Oh no, it's as someone who's not that familiar with that type of genre, that was fucking great. I really liked that song, and like the ending of the drums like fading between ear and ear. I liked that sort of effect. And a lot of the times where like the pre-chorus, there was part of the pre-chorus reminded me of a song from his Legend of Zelda album. I don't know which song. I can't remember the name right now.
Grounded, probably. That's what it reminded me of.
I think it was the one that's ending in the chorus of "And I will be your king," like whatever that
the Evil
song
King.
is. The Evil King. Yeah, it reminded me a little bit of the Evil King. But it's hard to describe. It was just really interesting. Like if that was hard rock fusion, I fucking think Nate does that well. And the chorus sounded like he was going next level and he laid his vocals, but then he could have been louder, but it sounds like he turned himself down a bit, like with how much emphasis he was going for. It sounded like he should have been louder, but he turned himself down. But I loved the effects, I loved the ambiance, and the instrumental was constructed really well. You're right, you can tell how much better Sean Christmas is getting as well throughout the years. Like, he's just been getting so... He started off great, and now he's, like, fucking amazing. Like, you have to say, fucking amazing. That's the level above amazing. So... Yeah, it's just been... Yeah, that was epic, and so far, no complaints with any of these songs. Like, I didn't realize the songs I was going to be... Listening to these songs without context of the games, like, gives you a new perspective on it, in my opinion. Not knowing anything about Hello Neighbors or Hello Petscop and... Hello Puppets. Just looking at it from a different vantage point is giving me a new appreciation for these. And I kind of now want to look into them. It's weird. Like, I don't know. But no, I really, really enjoyed that. That was fucking great. So
yeah. So for me, this is pretty different than... I mean, Nate's no stranger to rock fusion. I mean, look no further than his other Five Nights at Freddy's songs. But this is a different style entirely. It reminds me of Hands Like Houses is the band this reminds me of. So that was great. That's definitely the best song so far, in my opinion.
I agree.
Yeah, musically, I think that was very well composed. His vocals in the chorus soared. That was beautiful. Like, he hit those high notes with just precision, and like, that was awesome. So great, fair play, absolutely great job on the chorus in that one. So yeah, that I love the way because the way, like you said, the way the piano blends in with the heavy guitar sounds awesome. With the ambience in the background, it just the way the vocals were written, like the vocal melodies were written, just absolutely great stuff. Lyrically, I didn't really hear a lot of references to Hello Puppets. I do know that there's something about the ending. Obviously like any good song like this, the last line of the chorus caught my attention, which was. You should know, or you ought to know, an ending don't mean it's over. I do believe in Hello Puppets there was something about, like, something weird going on after the end. Like, obviously the ending of the game is you escaping from that factory. But there's something that goes on afterwards. I believe if you play the game again, you get partnered up with a different puppet. So, like, the same one you had, it like, isn't there anymore from your first go-round, I guess. If that makes sense. So, and then the only other line that I think even really related to, like, directly anyway, related to it was, so here's the show. Obviously they're puppets, so they put on puppet shows. So, and I mean, like, there's obviously, I mean, that's one thing I was thinking is, like, that doesn't, because we didn't expect that kind of genre from the punk rock genre from the Hello Neighbor thing, and I did not expect this from Hello Puppets, because while it is like a horror game, I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the actual conflict is just you, like, solving a bunch of, like, puzzles and stuff. So I did not expect this, like, really dramatic ambient thing from this song, of all things. Honestly, that really surprised me. So, but it was a pleasant surprise more than anything, I think.
Is it weird that I feel like...
yeah, that's definitely the best song. I don't know...
Yeah?
Say again, you cut out. Say again, you cut out.
I was waiting for you to finish.
What? Oh, I was done.
Oh, well, wonderful. Okay,
yeah.
Cut this bit out then. Okay. I was pleasantly surprised by the opening, actually, with someone without any context of the game. I feel like the opening itself, the opening lyrics, you call me the puppet, but you're the one who can't let go. You're dying for secrets, so who's the one that's in control? Those lyrics alone, I feel like, despite having no context or knowledge of the game, I feel like that could explain it pretty... Like, could that summarize it well, do you reckon? Like, something about...
I don't know, actually.
It's all about, like, puppets and being in control. And then you said, like, second playthrough, there's a new puppet. Like, being in... And then you said they take control of the body, maybe, at the end? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
Either way, like, even if those lyrics don't directly, or if they indirectly reference the game, like, I feel like those lyrics alone is actually pretty... hard hitting.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly not bad. Like, I mean, I think it's more of an edgier take on the song, like a more of a dramatic take, which works for this song.
It works for
it's more of a dramatic take on the idea of the song, which works.
It works for Nate, the edgy boy.
Yeah. Edgy boy. Yeah, I think that's the strongest musically. I don't know if it's the strongest lyrically, but definitely the strongest musically.
Yeah.
By far, I think.
Now, I want to say, the next song I'm very interested in, because tell you what, I'm not gonna lie, I think I've mentioned this before in one of my own videos ages ago. I started off looking into a lot more artists after the explosion that was Doki Doki Literature Club. I started looking into a few artists thanks to NateWantsToBattle, Enjoy the Show, and then I found a whole heap more artists from listening to Doki Doki Literature Club songs after that game exploded, because a lot of the songs were actually really fucking good. Like, even from artists I am not that into, like Rocket Gaming. He did a really good song called Delete Me. Delete Her, sorry, Delete Her. NateWantsToBattle did the song Delete Me, which I fucking loved. And then there was Andrew Stein, who did... Andrew Stein, he did two. He did... Hold up, I know...
No, he did Virus.
He did Virus, and he also did a really good one called I Belong With You. That was much more calmer, and that was fucking great. So, I really... A lot of the Doki Doki Literature Club songs I've heard, original ones, have been... for some reason, just great, without any reason to be. They've just all been really good. Well, a lot of them have been really good, in my opinion. So, I am very interested in Manipulate, which is after the Interlude and is inspired by Doki Doki Literature Club. So, I'm very excited for this.
Again, we're gonna transition immediately from track 5 to track 6. So we're gonna listen to the Interlude, which is 35 seconds, and then go immediately into track 6. So we're gonna play both at the same time. So keep it going on this one.
Yeah.
So I, unlike you, I don't really know much about other Doki Doki Literature Club songs. I know Delete Me and Virus. That's all I know. But I am very familiar with Doki Doki Literature Club. Like, I was the guy who sat down for like 3 hours with Monica and asked her questions for fucking ever. So,
dude, here's a tidbit for those who don't know. After I did a Trent Plays on Doki Doki Literature Club, I also sat for about 2 hours and talked to Monica, and I filmed it because I knew that she asked a lot of, like, in-depth questions about shit. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a 2-hour video of me, like, answering those questions with my
vibing with Monica.
Vibing with Monica, answering her questions with my opinions, and then I'd upload that. I never did, but there is, like, on my computer somewhere, a 2-hour video of me answering Monica's questions. So, yeah.
Nice.
I'm in the same boat, man.
Fuck yeah. Alright. Yeah. I mean, Monica is best girl if she wasn't, like, creepy as fuck.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Everyone.
I mean, the other girls are nice, but, you know.
Everyone wants the class prez. Everyone wants the prez.
You right. You don't know, because I don't remember if I went into it totally blind, but you have no idea how upset I was when I saw I couldn't write a poem for Monica. I was so mad.
Might need to watch
Anyway.
your stream.
Yeah. God damn it. Anyway, we're gonna move on to track 5 and 6. So let's do this. All right, we're playing in 3, 2, 1, go. This is definitely an intro to Manipulate.
Definitely.
That's what this is. This is giving me obsolete vibes right now, with like the way the little sound.
Yeah. Interesting.
I vibe to this.
I can vibe to this, but I'm just wondering why it's even here.
I'm not complaining. Huh. No, it totally is.
Definitely was an introduction.
Good. This is going to be good. If there's an interlude for this one.
Ooh. From the perspective of Monica?
Gotta be. Good, it's different.
What is this, like, grungy noise? Whoa.
Is this Post Malone? I didn't know I was listening to Post Malone.
Is this Juice WRLD? What the fuck's going on?
No, Post Malone's actually good.
Like, this is like a rap. Yeah, you're right. What the fuck?
No, it's literally Post Malone.
It's
I was like, what the
Malone.
fuck?
You're right. With these effects, Post Malone.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's not what your that grungy effect. It's a guitar.
I know, but it's like
But
it was just out of nowhere.
No. Yeah, it's not a double tracked guitar. It's a single tracked guitar, just playing some notes down there with some huge filter effects on it.
This is a good vibe.
It is a vibe. Good. I'm glad it was different. That's one thing. Yeah. Good. Oh, no, it's okay, I get it. Okay. It's told from the perspective of the main character.
It
I
seemed
I
like,
get it.
Yeah, I get it now. Like, it seemed like at the start. But
No, you're right.
Yeah, but then again, now hearing those lyrics from the perspective of the main character, reading all your poetry and all that, yeah, that can be the main character as well. Like,
Yeah.
all of them read fucking poetry. But,
Yeah. A fuck ton of it.
yeah. Alright, shit.
Go
Fuck,
for it.
mate.
I'll leave you on this one.
Fuck, mate. That was definitely, like, it was different. Like it felt like a Juice WRLD or Juice WRLD or a fucking Post Malone vibe, and I was there. I was all there for it. That was fucking. I understand the need for the. Well, it wasn't. There wasn't really a need for the interlude, but it got you in the groove. Like listening to the interlude leading into Manipulate, you got the fucking vibe straight away, and it gave you time to get into it and adjust from the rock to the more hip hop style. And yeah, I really enjoyed that. And again, with the knowledge and context of Doki Doki Literature Club, it makes a lot of sense. It is a good vibe, a good song, and you can tell as well that Nate put a bit of extra care into it, because like there are times where artists feel formulaic with their approach to vocals and the way they sing, but like maybe Hello Neighbor had a little bit of a formula to it, but like it was still amazing. But All Endings and Manipulate, he's taken like vastly different approaches to, and it doesn't like you could easily mistaken this for someone that's not NateWantsToBattle, but because it's surprising and very like intriguing just hearing how much range he has and the different styles he can adjust to and how good they are. And like especially that ending as he started sounding more like worn down and more tired towards the end as he was getting quieter as well. Like you can tell he can put a little bit of extra attention to it, and it shows. That was definitely something different for NateWantsToBattle, a more hip hop chill vibe in a way, despite the kind of eerie lyrics in a way. I need to double check the lyrics, but a lot of them are just like, I don't believe your lies, meh. But yeah, no, I fucking love that. Like
that still sounded like a Post Malone song to me. That literally just sounded like a Post Malone song.
You know what?
I am 100% sold on that.
I'm sold on that as well. Nate wants to do Post Malone. It does work, and I've heard a lot of different style of songs for Doki Doki Literature Club, but a Post Malone Doki Doki type song? Fuck yeah, why the fuck not? I'm there for it.
At this point? Yeah, okay, so for me, one thing I was concerned about going into this album, which Nate has thoroughly defied my expectations, which I'm pleasantly surprised for, is I kind of went in thinking like, he's done so many of these already. What can he do to really make it different up to this point? And thankfully, I've been... Oh, okay. Yeah, you are. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised by that. So, I was concerned that it was going to be a lot of the rock stuff, but that song very, very swiftly and effectively broke up the pace of the album, which I'm thankful for. Great lyrics, very simple, like noises. You said, chill vibe. I agree. Simple vocals, nothing too crazy. And yeah, I don't really even have anything to complain about. It literally sounds like a Post Malone song, so fair play. That sounded great. I think it's like we mentioned, I think it's told from the perspective of the main character, and addressing Monica. Obviously, like, I don't think I'll believe your lies, etc., or whatever. But yeah, that was cool. You know what? When I heard Nate was going to make another Doki Doki Literature Club song, that was not what I was expecting. So
no,
but you know what? I will not complain. So there you go. Just that was an effective way to break up the pace of the album, which is good. So yeah,
yes, and
there we go.
Yeah, I very, very happy with that, considering like I think. Again, I'm gonna reiterate, I didn't understand why the interlude was there, but I get it now. It makes a lot of sense, transitioning from such a rock-heavy song, like rock fusion song, to that. It was very well done. Currently, I still think All Endings is the best at the moment, but Manipulate is now high up there as well. I very much enjoyed that. That was awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so next up is track number 7. It's called My Name Isn't Mine. It's based off of Bendy and the Ink Machine, which I have a moderate amount of familiarity with. So
probably have a little bit more than you.
Probably.
And with what I know about the story, I feel like this name immediately fits with some context. So I am very keen to see where this goes because I think Nate has done how many Bendy songs before? Like a couple at least.
Blood and Ink, Let Me In.
Blood and Ink was a fucking jam, and I don't know what to expect because he's taken Bendy and the Ink Machine songs in different directions. So I think there's 2 Bendy songs here, so I'm very interested to see what type of style he has for it.
Yeah. All right, let's do it. We are playing in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Again, I like the pacing of this album so far.
Whoa.
This is Let Me In vibes.
And again, not what I was expecting, but this is still cool.
It's like Blood and Ink, but...
Ooh! Blood and Ink, but death metal.
Good. Pretty much. You know, I've compared the last few songs to other artists, but this is
epic
this
version
is
of Blood and
just
Ink in a
Nate,
way,
isn't it?
And
I don't even have anything to
I
compare
like
this
it.
to.
Yeah, no. This came from Nate's brilliant mind.
This sounded like a wrong note, but I don't think it will. It sounded like a wrong note and a right note. I'm confused. Yeah, I have no idea what this is about. Whoa. Wow.
That's a change.
That kind of ruined the vibe for me a little bit. Yeah. That kind of
did. It's
because I was jamming until
now.
like
Wait a
the
minute.
fucking
That threw me off.
until it was taken into Juice World.
Until we were taken into space.
I don't know.
Is this done by design? Is he trying to throw us off and make us feel uncomfortable?
Hold on. Cool.
See, ending it in that style worked, but
ending it in that style, the bridge, I actively don't like that. You know what? Here's the thing. If that had been more of a smooth transition instead of just an immediate dip, I would have been cool with it. But the way it just... Because I was so jamming out to that. Because that was a fast, pump-up song. You could have put that on Sandcastle Kingdoms and it wouldn't have been out of place. But that, like... That didn't... That bridge... I'm not sure about it. I'm not... I have no... I don't know... I would have to like hear it a few more times, because like that, I don't think I like that, because I was so jamming out, and to just immediately break the flow like that, I get, Bendy and Ink Machine's kind of an uncomfortable game, but like, I don't know. I think you could have kept that going with like the jam out kind of moving. You didn't have to like break it up like that. At least not as like jarring as that was. But I mean, other than that, I really liked that. The vocals in the chorus again sounded great. Pretty simple melody there, nothing too crazy. And but the way, the guitars in that sound great. Like, just the overall vibe that song had up until that bridge where it broke it up, like, that was awesome. So, I mean, I liked that so much that I think I'm even willing to forgive that bridge, but like, that was testing my limits. Like, that was weird. And I don't like that decision musically. At least if it were me, I would have gone for like another, like at least like a measure or two of like some kind of transition into that bridge. But yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. It definitely wasn't like, as far as that transition goes, it could have been a lot worse. I feel like that was pretty good, all things considered. Like, as far as that exact transition goes, but I don't know. I'm not really a fan of the way that happened, but
No, I reflect your sentiments exactly. Like, I was jamming, vibing. I'm just like, yeah, this is a heavier Blood and Ink. I am fucking jamming along, dancing. I'm fucking keen. I'm into it. And then all of a sudden, hey, look, we're in space and things are calmer now. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, it threw me off completely. And then it cut and did those like weird effects on the vocals without any song for like 2 or 3 seconds, and I'm just like, then right back into the chorus, and I'm like, what are these transitions? Like, it's so bizarre and like out of place, especially like of how far we were into the song.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, it was just like, if they did something like that, if they did something about like that a little bit earlier and then did it again, then maybe we could have found like some sort of middle ground with that and made it work a bit better. But he just dropped that out of nowhere, and I was just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, it was that much of a throw off. It just made me lose focus for the rest of the song.
Yeah.
And now, you're right, I'm in the same boat of like, do I forgive that? But I feel like if I do give it a few more listens, I'm either gonna come to more dislike the song, or I'm gonna come to eventually get used to it and enjoy it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking what will happen. Like, I'll get used to it, I think. But,
yeah, it's just where that was like 2.5 minutes in or something, I was just like so taken aback. I don't know. Yeah,
it's very strange.
Yeah, so indecisive about that one.
Can you relate that to Bendy at all? Because I couldn't.
Yeah, a lot of it with
You can go ahead and say it. I don't give a crap.
No, a lot of the references were reflecting because a lot of it's to do with like being creations of an artist and like being imitated and then being turned into something you're not. So a lot of it does make sense with the context of My Name Isn't Mine, but then it did reflect a lot of the same lyrics and sentiments of Blood and Ink, like joining the machine and like becoming one in a sense. So yeah, no, in regards to Bendy, it worked, but I stopped paying attention to the lyrics after we went to space, so I didn't hear
the lyrics were mostly the same after that anyway, so
okay, fair enough. So yeah, no, I was a little bit lost there, but yeah, no, it did reflect Bendy well, I think.
Okay.
I haven't actually played it again. Like, I've seen some gameplay, I've seen some theories, and I've seen some other stuff. Like, I'm not as well versed with it as Doki Doki or FNAF, but I am more familiar with it than the others. So yeah, pretty good, pretty weird. Let's move on.
All right, so track number 8 is called One Last Time, and it is based on Hello Neighbor, right? Hello Neighbor?
I believe that Hello Neighbor? I believe Hello Neighbor, What You Want is FNAF, Haunted and Unwanted is Petscop. And symbol of my regret is again Bendy.
Yep.
So
that sounds right. So one last time is Hello Neighbor. I have no idea what this is going to be. But let's go ahead.
For the last time, get the fuck out of my house.
I'll only ask you one more time, okay? I respect my privacy, goddammit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a plea. It's not even a song.
It's like a follow up to Hello Neighbor. Like, dude, what are you still doing in my fucking house? Dude, get out. Please,
get the
dude.
fuck out, my man.
Honestly,
I'm here for it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's find out. So we are playing track 8 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh damn.
What? Panic at the Disco?
Wait a minute. Like, I literally froze and looked up at the screen as soon as that started happening. Like, I was just like,
yeah, right? This is heavier Panic at the Disco. Yeah, this is reminiscent of something from like. Okay, I stopped.
No.
This is reminiscent from something maybe like something heavier from Paid in Exposure. Well, something. This is too heavy to be on. This is too heavy to be on Paid. Yeah, it's too heavy to be on Paid in Exposure. But this is like Count the Teeth-esque, something like that.
It's giving me Paid in Exposure vibes, definitely. Like with the weird noises, yeah.
Yeah. This is not like too impressive, but I do like the vocals. I'm not like blown away by this by any means.
Kind of feeling like it's my least favorite.
Yeah, those chromatics are very Paid in Exposure-esque. What the fuck?
I felt that hard.
You before you burst out laughing, I just had like this deadly serious face, like, what the fuck? I was so fucking confused. I mean, it sounds cool, but like, I'm not blown away by any means.
I'll let you say your piece, but like,
Yeah, no, I don't think we knew how right we were when we said it's literally just
like, I'll let you say your piece, but like,
I'm gonna let you finish, but
as soon as you, I froze at the same time as you, and I was just like looking off into the distance, and then you said, "What the fuck?" As soon as I thought, "What the fuck?" and I'm just like, "Oh Jesus Christ!" But okay, look, I'll admit, big Panic at the Disco vibes, big Paid in Exposure vibes,
yeah,
and considering the situation, I'm not a big Panic at the Disco fan. And Paid in Exposure is probably my least favorite Nate album. So those two elements together, and in the context of that song and the repeating of like, you better stay away, like, I wasn't really there for it. And as well,
understandable.
Like how he at the very start, it's like, and then halfway through the guitar he starts talking, and then it cuts to nothing.
Yeah, right.
It's just it was such a oddly paced throw off, which I know with like Panic at the Disco and a lot of other bands in that's kind of their thing. But
yeah,
with Nate, I don't think it's as effective, and with his style of rock, I'm not really adjusted to that. If I do re-listen to the whole album, it's gonna take me a long, long, long time to get me used to that song. But currently, as it's standing, it's my least favorite because I have weird vibes from that, and I don't really.
Yeah, I am actually in agreement that it's my least favorite, but it's not significant like yours is. I actually really like Paid in Exposure, and I totally understand why you don't like it because it was very different. So I totally understand that. The thing for me was I really liked Paid in Exposure because it was different. I was able, especially that was when I really came into my own as a musician. And I like I said, I covered all fucking 10 of those songs from Paid in Exposure, so I know that album very well. And this definitely gave me those vibes with the different, like the chromatics and stuff and the way the vocals were structured. It was definitely heavier with a lot lower tuned guitars, but it sounded pretty cool. And I did like the vibes, like the whole vibe it kind of put together with like this almost circusy feel with the aggressive lyrics and vocals. I liked it. It definitely, like I said, it was almost more like a nothing song for me. Like, it didn't blow me away by any means. I was not like impressed by it, and the lyrics weren't really outstanding. They were kind of boring. But they did get the point across, and like I said, I don't think we knew how right we were when he said it's literally almost exactly like Hello Neighbor. Like, hey, there's not really much different about the message of the song. It's like, you better stay the fuck away. Like, that's literally it, and that was the message of the first song that he did on Hello Neighbor. So I don't think there's anything. What?
Like 40% of that song was him saying, "You better stay away."
Yeah, so I feel like there's nothing additional, like message-wise. You don't have anything additional to gain by listening to this over, like, instead of Hello Neighbor. Like, you could probably just listen to one or the other. But I mean, I guess it depends. Like, I totally like. There's definitely a place for that kind of song on this album for sure. Like there was definitely a place for Count the Teeth on the Five Nights at Freddy's collection. But yeah, I mean, I'm not that didn't quite work as well as Count the Teeth did. I think, at least for me. But I mean, it's not like I have a lot to complain about. It just definitely threw me off with the whole a bunch of the different stuff going on. Like, we were complaining about that transition from My Name Isn't Mine. Well, that one had like 6 of those exactly like that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I get what he was going for, but didn't quite hit home for me.
Nah.
Yeah. So anyway, we can move on to track number 9. This one's called What You Want, featuring JT Music, formerly JT Machinima. This is based on Five Nights at Freddy's. Now, I mentioned this to Trent before we started, but I haven't heard JT. I literally went back earlier today and listened to the Minecraft rap and the mob rap, because I haven't heard JT Machinima since like 2012, when his Minecraft raps were the fucking shit. Like the Minecraft life and the mob rap, man, those are actually so good. Even now, they're fucking awesome. In the 2012, like, half kind of cringe way, you know, like, this was 2012 YouTube, a very different time, but they're still awesome. They're very well-made songs. If he's rapping on this, then I'll be excited to hear it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay. I'm a little bit afraid going into this for multiple reasons. One, JT Music. I'm not that familiar with him. I checked him out a few years ago when I got into Try Hard Ninja, because JT Music was featured in one of Try Hard Ninja's songs, Hero Forms. I think it was like a Batman Arkham song, so like 2013, 2014 era. And like, that was then I tried to check him out by himself back then, like a couple years back, and I didn't really catch his vibe. I didn't really enjoy a lot of what he was doing, so I didn't listen to him. The only other song I own that he's somewhat involved in is What's Up Danger, the death battle song. Like, for one of the death battles that features JT Music, Omega Sparks, and Swats. and like I couldn't really tell what part of that song was JT music, so I'm not sure about his style, I'm not sure about him, so I am a bit And also, this is the last FNAF song, and we have no idea. Like, because I know Nate's stand on FNAF multiple times. He's tried to do a final FNAF song and trying to get it out of the way and get it out of the system so he doesn't have to. So it almost feels like he wants to just be up and done with it. But then, like, more games keep coming out, he keeps getting demanded to do more, and he keeps releasing more. Which is why, like, Obsolete, Count the Teeth, and all that, they all, like, work in a sense of, oh, this is the final shit. And then, so now, what you want, the title song, like the song that shares its name with the album, and as short as it is for 2.5 minutes, I am afraid as to how much they're going to try and jam into this, and what type of style it's going to be, and if it's going to reflect a lot of his latest FNAF songs. I am somewhat afraid, but with the varying styles we've had on this album, I'm ready to be surprised.
Yeah, I have, like you, I have no idea what to expect here, so only one way to find out. We're playing track 9 in 3, 2, 1, go. Actually, this isn't as surprising as I thought it was going to be. This is kind of... I like the vibe already, though.
I'm vibing.
Okay. Gent breakdown. Yep. That's about right. Gent breakdown.
It matches the rest of his songs, like FNAF-wise, yeah.
Good.
Ooh, hello, JT.
Damn, he sounds good.
It's sounding good. Okay.
God, he's such a good rapper. Oh my god. He's gotten so much better. I didn't quite like that transition from the rapping into the chorus, but... Holy crap. This is an acid trip. No, this sounds like I Prevail almost.
You're right. It feels like I Prevail.
Yeah. Man, he sounds so good, though.
I have been pleasantly surprised. Fuck yeah.
Man, JT is by far the best part of this track.
I'm inclined to agree.
Like, Nate sounds great and everything, but man, JT is blowing me away. Like, people don't understand how much talent and practice it takes to actually rap good. Like, it kind of comes a little more naturally if you already sing, but no, this is totally I Prevail. And I'm not even complaining. It sounds great.
No, neither. This is really good.
Good. Nice. I really liked that, actually.
I am very happy that I was proven wrong. I am very, very happy I was proven wrong, because it's been that long since I've heard JT music that hit different. And with his
He has gotten so good. He's worlds better than he used to be.
With his fast rapping and the deep vocals working with the glitchy effects, he fit a lot in, and you could understand all of it. Like, it was just... He's one... From what I can tell, despite having not heard him for years, it sounds like one of those rappers that he's really fast, but he's very clear that you understand what he's saying, and it's like injected directly into your brain as it's
he's like Eminem
all at once. In a sense, like in a weird sense, yeah. I didn't mind the transitions from that to the chorus. I thought fine because it reminded me a little bit of From Ashes to New,
Yeah.
with how quick it moved from rapping to rock chorus, and I really liked the song and how it was built and how quick it was. Like, I was afraid of how quick it was going to be, considering it's his technically latest FNAF song. So, pleasantly surprised, really happy with that outcome. Thank you for proving me wrong, NateWantsToBattle and JT Music. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, for me, JT, he was absolutely stole the show in that song, 100%. Like,
Definitely.
Nate is, we already expect good things from Nate, but man, JT absolutely blew me away with the rapping and the lyricism there. Oh my god. Like, people don't understand just how good with words and how good with speaking you have to be to rap and write raps like that. Like, I can't imagine Nate wrote those lyrics. Like, that screams JT to me. Not that I've heard him anytime recently, but like, or any of his recent work, I guess. But like, I that doesn't sound like something Nate would write, if that makes sense. That sounds like something he would write.
Yeah, I get you.
So, man, JT absolutely stole the show there. That was awesome. Like I said, it sounds, that little breakdown after the chorus sounds like I Prevail, like so much like I Prevail. And that was really cool. Again, I was worried that this album was going to be samey, and it keeps proving me wrong. So I'm happy about that.
Much like the Ninja Sex Party album review, we've been pleasantly surprised by the variety.
Yeah, so although I was so blown away that whole time that I didn't really even pay attention. I didn't really relate it to FNAF at all, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. Who gives a fuck?
Actually, you're right. Like, I was focused on everything else. I didn't really catch FNAF vibes.
Yeah.
It was just
kind of creepy.
It was just a good song. It was just a good creepy song. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, moving on. I'm done.
I
Let's
ranted
go.
enough about it. I've ranted enough about it.
That's it. Yeah, okay. So next song, track number 10, is called Haunted and Unwanted, and it's based on Petscop. So this should be interesting, I think. This is the shortest full song on the album. So I don't know what to expect here, but
It's only beating what you want by like 5 seconds. So
yeah.
Nah. All right.
Well, let's figure it out. Let's find out what's going on here. Let's see if I can.
It'll be fast again.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's hope I can relate this to Petscop. I am relatively familiar with it, so let's see what happens. All right, we're playing track 10 in 3, 2, 1, go. I can't hear it.
What's in my left ear? Oh, it's my right ear.
Good.
Oh, shit.
I really didn't. You know what? I really didn't expect Nate to go with, like, the fucking. This is Juice WRLD. You see how we differentiate Post Malone from Juice WRLD now?
I get it. I get it. I agree.
Well,
I get
except
it.
Nate's infinitely more talented.
Yeah. Manipulate was Post Malone. This is Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
But Nate nails them both.
Honestly. This is creepy.
It's creepy, but I want to dance.
Huh.
Ooh.
No, this sounds like... Oh! Oh. Oh my god. I'm reaching deep into my memory for Petscop knowledge right now. This note. That one. Oh. That's creepy. Okay, here's what I'll say. When I came into this album, I was not expecting these like hip hop songs. I was not expecting it. But that doesn't mean they aren't good. You know? I would be interested to hear Nate's take on hip hop songs like this without the creepy vibe. With more like a regular vibe. Although perhaps these hip hop songs only work because of the creepy vibe in this case. I don't know. But either way, I did like that. Okay, first of all, I don't really have much to say about that. I mean, it was pretty down, like, I mean, it was pretty much just it was exactly what it was. There was no like there's no way to like interpret it differently. Like, it was just pretty simple lyrics. They didn't really like, there was no real like way to go like interpret those lyrics different than exactly what they were, and the music was just what it was. Insane. Yeah, well, don't fucking whisper that in my fucking ear again. I don't need to hear that. But yeah, I mean, like, it was fine. Like, I'm cool with it. I'm totally cool with it. Nothing to really complain about. It was just very simple, and I'm okay with that. I was able to relate it to Petscop slightly. One of the main ideas going around about Petscop is the idea of training, like, the simulations, like using simulations, like someone inside the game using simulations to eventually find a way to escape the game. So they try like an arbitrary amount of simulations of players playing the game in order to find a way to escape the game. So the idea is that like anytime you're playing the game, you might just be another simulation of, well, you don't play the game, you don't play Petscop because you're Petscop is weird, but basically you don't actually play the game, but basically the idea is the guy who is playing the game is just another simulation, basically. Like, it's such a weird, complex universe, and I can't get into it right now because I don't even comprehend fully. But it's basically, that's the idea, is like something about the another iteration, etc. Like, that's kind of the idea. I think it's speaking from the point of view of the man who's playing the game, Paul, I believe his name is. So that's kind of what I got from it. And there's definitely some vibe. There's some creepy shit that goes on in Petscop. There's murders. There's the reference to a windmill, which is an important landmark in Petscop, as far as the lore goes. But yeah, like, if you haven't seen anything about Petscop, any of y'all out there, watch Matt Pat's game theories on it. The whole idea is like, it's a YouTube series of this game that no one can buy, that no one can play. It's creepy as fuck, and you can watch the YouTube videos of the actual playthrough. They're still there, but if you watch the game theories on it, you'll get pretty much all the info you need.
Wait, legitimately, you can't?
Fuck, you never could. You never could. That's the whole thing. Petscop is a game based on it's a game that someone made for a creepy YouTube series. It's you have to watch Matt Pat's game theory on it. You can't understand.
What the fuck? Now I really want to.
You can't understand Petscop unless you like fully understand what's going on. Like, it was a game intentionally created in this new era of the internet and media sharing, because you could never, and you will never be able to buy or play the game. All you can do is watch this weird, creepy guy play it on YouTube, and it's so weird. It's so weird. It's absolutely fucking creepy, and you can watch videos of Matt Pat like piece together the lore and stuff. Anyway, I know we're supposed to be reviewing this album, but Petscop, I can't emphasize enough how Petscop theories from Matt Pat, like, just watching him piece all the info together is the most creeped out I've ever been, like, thinking about a game. Like, eons beyond FNAF.
Well,
like, it's wild. It's creepy as fuck. Like, it haunts my dreams at night. That's the kind of shit you're getting into.
Well, You've got me fucking intrigued, mate. I'm gonna have a check that out quite after this.
You have to tell me what you think of it.
right.
I'll be asleep by that point, but man, Petscop is something else.
I'm just looking at the thumbnails. Haha. That's a bit weird. Alright, anyway, enough about Petscop. We've got one more song to cover.
I bet this is gonna be my favorite. I already know what this one kind of sounds like because I heard it in the teaser. Oh, and fun fact, I was vibing in a stream that Nate did like a couple months ago. He was like just kind of streaming on his YouTube where he would just like work on songs, and we wouldn't be able to see the songs or anything. He would just like kind of like play his guitar or program drums or whatever and talk to the chat. But he showed a preview of this and it rocks hard. So, yep, I'm ready. You ready? All right, so this is Symbol of My Regret, ready. Track 11, final track of the album. It's based on Bendy of the Ink Machine. No, Bendy and the Ink Machine. So yeah, all right, let's get this one started and finish this up. All right, we're playing track 11 in 3, 2, 1, go. Ow.
Ooh.
It's gonna break down. Oh, I lied. Ooh. This is not exactly what I was expecting, but I'm cool with it. Nice lyrics.
Definitely. I feel like this is already a great song to end the album.
That chorus is easily the best chorus
vibe.
he's written on this album.
Mm.
By far. At least for me, I think. Like everything, the way that whole chorus works together is magnificent. Those syncopated guitars just rock so hard. That high note is so fucking high. You have no idea.
Especially for how much singing there was happening to just go that high in the middle of all that. That would have been difficult.
You have no idea, bro. Yes, talk to me, Nate.
See, this sort of transition works.
This definitely has a double meaning.
I get Bendy vibes, very much so.
That's some creepy harmonies. Oh. Well, that was a little underwhelming, but I thought that was going to end a little better.
Very, very weird way to end it.
It's fine.
That was a fucking dope
I'm going to add all these to my fucking playlist. Hold on.
That transition, with how much time he put into that transition, you could feel it.
That was definitely a lot better transition-wise.
And I I don't know if I agree that that's the best written chorus, but that was certainly up there. That was very good lyrically, and again, catching. I can feel the Bendy vibes. I can relate them very easily. But yeah, no, that was a solid song, and I feel like a great way to end off this very mixed bag of an album, which mostly impressed. That was fucking great.
So I hoped I was gonna like that a lot more. Really, the only part I really liked about that was the chorus. I think it's easily my favorite chorus of the whole album. Like the way the guitars are syncopated and it just absolutely drives it, and then the drums start a bit slower with the snare on the third beat and then move up to every other beat. It just works perfectly. His singing in that and the vocal melody are fantastic. Lyrically is strong, like one of the strongest choruses lyrically on the whole album. Like that is my favorite chorus of this album for sure, and probably one of my favorite choruses he's ever written, to be honest. But the rest of the song I was kind of iffy on. I was like, it's fine. I kind of hoped I would like the whole song a little bit more. But I did like most of the lyrics. The verses were fairly strong. Lyrically, maintained the strong lyrics, and I did like the transition that you mentioned at the end. Like you said, that the transition works a lot better, just because there's a little more. It took its time, I guess, is the right way to put that. And it didn't rush or anything, so that was good. And I can't say I'm a fan of the way it ended with just that, like on the end. I'm not really a fan of that. Especially for the ending of an album, I'm not a fan. But I am convinced that because that ended the album, that I didn't quite get all of it. I didn't catch all of it, but those lyrics at the end certainly have a double meaning. And I think this title of the song has a double meaning too. Because, I mean, this song is called What You Want, or the album is called What You Want. It's almost spiteful. In a way, in like a certain interpretation of the, like, how this came to be. It's almost spiteful, like, okay, this is what you fucking want, fine, I'll do it, but just because you guys won't stop bothering me about it. And Symbol of My Regret almost makes it seem like, hey, this shit, how did I end up here? I'd rather be doing my own thing, but here I am with people fucking not leaving me alone about horror game songs and pop culture stuff, and I just want to be doing my own thing as a musician. And something that I think he may or may not directly or indirectly reference in that song is the symbol of that regret in his career, I think, is an interpretation of that as well.
I can definitely understand that, and I do feel like that is definitely a problem with artists like Nate, like a Mandolin, like Tryhard Ninja, like a lot of people that not less a Mandolin, I guess, but those types of artists that, especially when Five Nights at Freddy's was kicking off, when they've thought, oh yeah, we'll make a few songs about this game, and then that's what caused them to explode in the popularity, and that's the thing, like, generally they're known for when they want to be known as their own type of artists. Like as this is gonna maybe sound rude in a way, but like as an example, when I first met you and did my Amazing Online Artist video on you, I knew you as the guy that covered Nate songs.
Absolutely.
So I would completely understand Nate's point of view of, like, he's happy he's gotten to this point, but he's spiteful that this is what he's known for when he wishes he could do other stuff. Like, and he has done a lot of other stuff, but there's always those nagging comments of, do more snaps, do more this, do more that. Like, people demanding stuff from him when you'd think a mainstream band wouldn't get such, like, demanding audience that they're asking for one specific thing. Like, you wouldn't get something like that from a Nickelback or from a Skillet or from a type of band like that. You wouldn't have an audience demanding and such high, like, so much for one particular thing. But that's the thing that these people like Nate have to deal with on a constant basis, which is why, I agree with the double meaning and a lot of ways these songs and especially the name of the album can be interpreted. So, Yeah, I do feel like it is a big problem. I do see the reflection, and I think, despite if he was spiteful making this, then even disregarding that, taking all these songs at face value, he's done a
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
great job. He's done a great job on this album with the variety of rock as well, like and the variety of hip hop even, which is a bit different. Well,
Yeah, great
fucking
job.
done. And Nate is definitely coming to someone who's not just known for FNAF music, although that's what a lot of people demand he create. He is so
For
much
sure.
more than that. He is so much more than horror game or inspired artist. He can do so much more good shit, and I'm really excited for whatever he does next, because I know the last album before this was Thanks for More Covers, so hopefully the next album... I know this was technically an original album, although all the songs were inspired by, like, horror games. I would be really excited for the next fully original album, like Sandcastle Kingdoms or Paid in Exposure. I am very excited to see what he does.
I am in agreement. I went into this album hesitant because I thought it was going to just be the samey Nate stuff, but I was pleasantly surprised. And that, this kind of, I still think the strongest song overall was probably, I would say either All Endings or Manipulate. Actually, Manipulate, now that I think, like, the more I think about it, the more I think, like, how good it was. Just overall, I think. But yeah, I think this just overall was very consistent, pretty much. Like, I mean, I don't think any of the songs blew me away, quite like I was hoping they would, except for maybe What You Want, actually. That JT, he fucking stole my heart with that shit. Holy cow. But yeah, they were all. One thing you can say about Nate is he's incredibly consistent, almost like Breaking Benjamin in that way. Although this is a different kind of consistent. He's just consistently good with whatever he does. Whatever direction he decides to go in musically, it's going to be good. Which, I mean, if you're a musician and realistically you can do anything because there are worse situations, right? The nice thing about this kind of music where it's inspired by something, as long as it's inspired by some element of pop culture, people are going to listen. And it doesn't, and that leaves a metric fuck ton of creative freedom for Nate, because he can go in any musical direction he wants. But he is limited in his lyrics, of course, which I get is probably frustrating. But I mean, you saw the variety he took it in. I mean, if he was doing an original album and he included like a Post Malone-esque kind of song, not many people who are avid fans of Nate would give a crap. Like, people would be confused probably, but they would, it would still be good, but that people would probably be confused and not know what to make of it. But here it's like, it's a Doki Doki song, the creepy vibes, the lyrics make sense. So it doesn't matter that it's different than Nate's, that it's because it's about Doki Doki, people are going to listen to it. And that's one way I think he's probably thankful for. I imagine he's thankful for the situation he's in. So, I mean, realistically, like, you could say any given song he's ever written is inspired by something, and if it's inspired by something, it's going to get attention. It's more attention than it would if he just, like, said it was an original song, which is it's weird the way the internet works like that. But, overall, I really liked this album. I was definitely pleasantly surprised. With these songs, there were some that I was a little iffy on, here and there, but I mean, mostly I was happy with it. Like, I definitely don't think it's as strong as, say, Sandcastle Kingdoms, Paid in Exposure, even Songs of Time. I don't think it's as strong as those, but I mean, for what he was like, the hand he was played, and the hand he was dealt, sorry, and the hand that he played in the form of this album, like, I cannot complain whatsoever. So I'm happy with that.
It's surprising. It's like it's such a weird situation of where it's just like he chose to make this album and he chose to make this statement when he very easily could have just not and could have continued doing whatever he wanted to. Like, you can tell as of late, like he's been a lot more interested in doing stuff on like Has Been Hotel and like other shit that he personally just wants to do. Like, and you can tell as well, like, for example, Has Been Hotel, how much he genuinely enjoys that. And that's why he did a bunch of covers first. But like, he chose to make this album and chose to like prove that this type of this is what got him to this spot, and he is grateful, yet I can imagine also a little bit spiteful that this is what has gotten him to this point. Like, it could almost be an experiment of like, I'm going to do a bunch of shit I know a large majority of my audience will like. If this pops off and becomes my biggest fucking thing, then I know that's what people are here for. But I really, really hope that, like, despite how good this is, I hope his original shit continues to shine through more. Because it's great, like, getting references, getting context to things, getting unique songs, like, being a part of this, almost like this world you know and love. Like, for example, the way I gushed about Doki Doki Literature Club songs. Like, it's great to be a part of this sort of thing. But it's also amazing to hear what people can come up with originally. Like, not covers or inspired by. It's what you
based on their own experiences.
But yeah, based on their experiences, what they enjoy, what they want to talk about. And I feel like, yeah, even though I say it's weird because it's like he's been dealt this hand, but he chose to accept it and make this when he could have ignored it and not done this. But he decided to make a statement with this, and he's like, no matter how he genuinely feels on the inside about the situation he's been put in, this was a fantastic album, and he's doing a great job. Like, he has been for years. He's just been doing an amazing job. So, thank you very much for the album, Nate.
Much love, brother.
Hopefully, like, if you were trying to get a message out there, hopefully you've got it out there. And if you weren't, and this is just genuinely something you just wanted to do, then fucking good on you, because it was all fantastic.
Good shit. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about that. That I haven't already said, and I think you, most of the time, I feel like I have, like, I somehow managed to come out of some of these reviews or whatever we do with some good ways with words, but I think you put it into words perfectly just there. So I don't think I need to say anything else. So thank you all for tuning in to this album review. We will be back next week with something we haven't decided yet. But it's...
and if it's not next week,
exactly.
Probably the week
Who
after.
knows?
We don't know.
But we are recording this pretty far in advance, so we'll probably have something for next week, maybe. But
without even realizing it, we've technically thrusted ourselves into season 3 of the FireStorm podcast. Because every 20 episodes we do the highlight episode, and then we kind of like go into like the next phase of FireStorm. So we've accidentally tripped into season 3.
It's kind of what happens. Usually I stop myself from tripping, but couldn't do it this time. Anyway, again, thank you all for listening to this album with us. We had a great time. And what's the first thing? Oh yeah, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and leave like whatever the fuck you want to do.
Hit that bell,
and leave in the comments, or tell us on Twitter at FireStormPod. Follow us there, by the way, for dick jokes, etc. Tell us what your favorite song on the album was. And if you have any questions or suggestions for episodes or what have you, you can leave them in the comments below or email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. That's no caps and the number 2. So that's
Very quickly, very quickly. What were your favorite songs?
Probably, I still think Stay the Course, All Endings, and Symbol of My Regret, I would say.
Very nice. I'd say Stay the Course, All Endings, and Manipulate. They were my favorites. Although What You Want was very surprising and out of the blue, considering like everything I stated before the song.
Yeah.
Very, very fucking good. So yeah.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Well, bye? Question mark?
Bye. Oh, if you want us to review any other
albums,
we
usually just have like if we see an album's coming out, we're just like, hey, we should review this. I'm like, all right.
Or an anime, because we're
dude,
also
I forgot to tell you. You know that Climbing Girls anime we joked about a while back? It's out now. It's coming out now.
Is that the next
I don't know.
review?
I don't know if there is enough substance, but I've been meaning to start watching it. I've been meaning to start watching it. You remember that like fucking poster? I was like, yo, I will watch the shit out of this. That's I think episode 4 like came out the other day or today or some shit like that. I'm gonna watch it.
Interesting. All right, sounds like a plan.
But
thank you very much, guys. Yep.
It probably won't happen, but it's fine. Goodbye.
Goodbye. We'll see you later. Bye. Suck my dick.
Don't suck my dick. Don't look. I'm embarrassed.